Nothing ruins a round faster than that dreaded slice. You line it up, make a swing that feels solid, and then watch helplessly as the ball curves into the trees. It wrecks your scorecard and your confidence. So today we're going to talk about how to fix that frustrating shot in golf. But before we dive into how you can actually fix it, let's make one thing clear right away. A slice isn't a curse, and it's not something you're doomed to live with. It happens for one simple reason. At impact, your club face is open compared to your swing path. That's it. Fix that relationship, and the slice disappears. And the best part, you can do it with just one change. Now here's the problem. Most golfers only attack one side of the issue. Some try to fix their grip, some mess around with their stance, some try to swing harder, thinking power will straighten it out. But the only change that really works is learning to swing the club from the inside with a square face. That's the magic. That's the one move that transforms your slice into a straight shot, or even better, a little draw that actually gains distance. Let's break this down in the simplest way possible, because if you're a YouTube viewer, you don't want a textbook lecture. You want something you can take to the range today and see results. The first thing to understand is the path. Most slicers swing over the top. That means as you start your downswing, your hands and shoulders throw the club out away from your body. When that happens, the club travels across the ball, from outside to inside. It's basically cutting across it. Combine that with a face that isn't square, and boom, Slice City. So the one change you need is to learn how to get the club coming slightly from the inside instead of from the outside. Like, if you can do that, the face has a chance to square up naturally. It's like rerouting a road. Instead of crashing across traffic, you're guiding it onto the right lane. How do you actually feel about this? Well, when you start your downswing, don't let your shoulders throw everything forward. Feel like your hands drop down first, almost like you're slotting the club behind you. Imagine skipping a stone across water. You don't chop down, you sidearm it. That's the same kind of move you want with a golf swing. That shallow inside path is the one change that kills the slice. Now, a lot of people freak out when they hear swing from the inside because they think it means they'll hook the ball into another zip code. But here's the truth. If you've been slicing for years, your body is so used to holding the face open that even when you swing inside, the ball often just straightens out instead of overcurving. And even if you do start to see some hooks, that's actually a good sign. It means the ball is finally responding to your release. You can fine-tune from there. Here's what makes this fix stick. You don't need to overhaul your entire swing. You just need to train your body to feel that inside path. One of the easiest ways is to set an object, like a head cover, just outside the ball, a few inches behind it. If you're swinging over the top, you'll hit the head cover. If you swing from the inside, you miss it, it's instant feedback. No launch monitor required, no fancy gear, just a simple drill that forces your club into the right track. Stick with me here, because once you feel this inside path, you'll never go back to your old slice swing. This is the one change that finally makes golf feel simple. Another way to feel it is by exaggerating. Go to the range and purposely try to hit big hooks. Seriously, try to get the ball curving the opposite way. 9 times out of 10, a slicer who tries to hook it ends up hitting a straight shot. That's because you've been so conditioned to leave the face open that even your hook swing just cancels out the slice. And that's fine. Overdo the inside feel and your ball flight will settle right where you want it. Now let's talk about why this one change works forever, not just for a day or two. Most tips you've probably heard, like turn your hands over or strengthen your grip, only mask the issue. They're like band-aids. Sure, you might square the face once or twice, but the second your timing is off, the slice comes back. By fixing your path, you're addressing the root. You're changing the geometry of your swing, not just your hand action. That's why this fix lasts. Think of it this way. If your club is always coming from the outside, your brain has to constantly make little compensations to square the face. That's why your shots feel inconsistent. Sometimes you slice, sometimes you hit it straight, sometimes you even pull it left. But when your path is correct, when it's coming from the inside, you've simplified the whole equation. Now, squaring the face is natural. You're not fighting against yourself. And here's the bonus. Fixing your slice this way doesn't just straighten your ball. It also adds distance. Why? Because a slice is basically wasted energy. The spin eats up your carry. When you finally learn to deliver the club from the inside, the ball launches higher, straighter, and with more roll. That means longer drives, easier approach shots, and a lot more fun on the course. Now let's get even more practical. If you're at home and you don't have a driving range, you can still train this feeling. Stand in your living room with a club or even a broomstick and practice the move. Start your downswing by dropping your hands, not by throwing your shoulders. If you can feel the club dropping behind you, you're on the right track. Do it slowly. Do it in front of a mirror. Do it 100 times until it feels natural. Muscle memory is built by repetition, not by theory. Another simple trick is to close your stance slightly when you practice. Put your trail foot back just a touch. This naturally promotes an inside path. It's like cheating in your favor. Over time, once your body learns the motion, you can square up again. But at first, that closed stance is like training wheels. It helps you get the feel without overthinking. I know some of you are probably wondering, but what about my grip? Should I change it? Should I rotate my hands more? The honest answer is, if your grip is extremely weak, then yes, making it neutral will help. But for most golfers, the grip isn't the real problem. The problem is the path. When you get the club swinging from the inside, your existing grip usually works just fine. And remember, grip tweaks can help, but path is the game changer. That's why this one change solves the puzzle without you having to juggle 5 different things at once. And let's not forget the mental side. Slicers often step onto the tee already expecting disaster. You aim left, you hope for the best, and deep down you know it's going to curve right anyway. When you finally learn this fix, your whole mindset shifts. Suddenly you can aim where you want to aim. You can trust your swing instead of praying for a lucky bounce. That confidence alone is worth everything. Now let's address a common myth. Isn't swinging from the inside hard to learn? Not really, it just feels weird at first because your body has been doing the opposite for so long. But weird doesn't mean difficult. Weird just means new. The more you practice it, the more natural it becomes until one day you wonder how you ever swung any other way. And don't think this only applies to drivers. Fixing your slice with irons is just as important. The same principle applies. Path from the inside, face square to path. When you get this down, your irons stop ballooning, your shots stop fading into bunkers, and you finally get predictable yardages. Golf becomes less of a guessing game. Let's take a second to talk about what happens if you ignore this fix. If you keep slicing, not only will your scores suffer, but your body will too. Constantly swinging over the top puts strain on your shoulders and back. It's not a natural motion. So this isn't just about playing better golf. It's about swinging in a way that's healthier and more sustainable. Now, let's be clear. This isn't a quick overnight miracle. You don't watch one YouTube video, make one practice swing, and suddenly stripe it like Rory. You need to put in the reps. But the beauty is, unlike other tips that fade away, this one gets easier the more you do it. Every bucket of balls you hit with this focus builds a habit that sticks. And here's the best part. Once you fix your slice, the game opens up in ways you can't even imagine. Dogleg right? No problem. Long par sink? Suddenly you can reach it in 2. Even your buddies will notice. People might joke that golf is about suffering, but let's be real. Golf is a lot more fun when you're not chasing your ball into the woods every hole. And here's the payoff. Once you own this one move, golf finally feels simple instead of stressful. So, let's wrap it up clearly. The next time you grab your clubs, don't overload your brain with 10 different swing thoughts. Just focus on this one. Drop your hands, shallow the club, swing from the inside. Do that, and the slice that's haunted you for years will finally disappear. And once it's gone, trust me, you'll never want it back. What club slices on you the worst? Driver, irons, or a fairway woods? Drop it in the comments below. I read every one. If this video helped, hit that like button, subscribe for more beginner-friendly swing fixes, and share this with a golf buddy who's tired of watching their shots drift right.